An idea.
Yeah, spent hops, coffee grounds, cardboard, compost. It is in our urban areas and it is waste and it should be offered to the general public for free. And we then in turn have to use it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I've got a shop and I have sold seeds in the past and I've been quite interested in repackaging my seeds and selling them. It's not really viable for me as a small business because of the legislation in place governing the collection and sale of seeds. So do you know a little bit about the legislation surrounding seeds, and does it apply to you, or is it different for you because you're not charging for the seed?
When it comes to laws on selling seeds, the way the law acts, in my opinion, it restricts a lot of creativity. And also what it does, it reduces the amount of variety on offer to the general public. I mean, there's EU laws where it actually prevents an individual like yourself who has an independent business of growing their own heirloom seeds and selling them, because you have to make sure that the variety is part of a specific list, a bespoke list, according to the law. And if it's not part of the list, then you can't sell your seeds. Now, me personally, because I don't charge for my seeds, and the only charge is postage and packaging, which works out, under £3. So that's both the UK and globally. I don't fit into that red tape. So with my particular seeds, I grow them in the garden, I package them up, and providing on where I send them, I may have to do specific guidelines and meet the guidelines for sterilisation. But other than that, no, it doesn't really affect me. But to be honest, if I was to sell seeds, in my opinion, I feel like I would be cheating myself, because I just want people just to get out there and just grow food. So, I've come from a background where a lot of people I've known who wanted to grow food, they were put off by, this idea that it's too expensive.
Yeah.
Growing food in an urban city like London doesn't apply to them, because the gardening programs you see, a lot of the gardeners and a lot of the gardens that are being used as a platform to grow food, it's out of a lot of people's reach, because a lot of people don't even have a garden. A lot of people just have a balcony. So for me, I just wanted to take away any obstacles. And a young person, who's under the age of 20, who's interested in growing food, but they think they're being put off by money, take away the obstacle of cost of seeds, cost of compost, cost of a mulch, and even introduce them to the no-dig system as well.
Yeah.
So really and truly, all they're doing is just sowing and harvesting. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
So if somebody is interested, so they've just got a balcony or a few containers, or they've just come across a little bit of land or an allotment, how would they go about contacting you, and how does the kind of process work if they're interested in obtaining some seeds? So
2 ways to do it. Social media. So, if you contact me on Twitter on Croydon Gardener, Instagram on Croydon Gardener, I will let you know the PayPal system, and then you just pay postage, and you just provide a postal address, and then the seeds off they go. You can also go onto the website, and there's a live chat where you can just leave your details and your postal address. On the website actually gives you information on how to pay the postage through PayPal. But that's not all. Once you get your seeds, there's also a online consultancy service, which is basically based on just pay what you can afford. So if you have individuals helping a community group and individuals helping, disadvantaged children, and they've got the seeds, but they don't know what they're doing, they can still contact me via social media platforms and also my website as well, and I'll just give them step by step and help them try the seed.
Brilliant. If they've successfully grown something and they want to share their seeds themselves, can they do that as well?
Of course they can. What they can do, they can either share the seeds with SeedsShare, and then I can send the seeds out and use them as a reference, and also give them updated feedback on where their seeds are being grown. Or what they can do is, they can either do an individual campaign where they can offer the seeds. If they want to use SeedsShare, they can. If they don't, then, I'm not going to be suing anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, they can go ahead and just do that. But there are examples, especially on Instagram, where I have told people, your seeds grew in Poland and now they're being grown in Peru.
Wow.
Yeah, they're being grown in a forest in Peru. So your kale seeds from Poland are massive plants in Peru, and they're helping the community in Peru.
Wow, that is amazing. How far have you sent seeds, do you reckon? What's the furthest place?
I would say the furthest place, it's been everywhere. Japan, Brazil, Canada, America. I would say right now is Peru and the Amazon. Peru and the Amazon.
I can't even imagine my humble little seeds growing in Peru. Yeah. It's just amazing.
And also, if I can say, what you find, and this is, this blows my mind, but what you'll find is that a lot of what we grow in the UK regularly, year after year after year, for example, kale, onions, potatoes, when they are grown in Africa and Peru and Brazil, they look completely different in size and also colour. Because what you'll find, especially in Africa, the soil being so red, a lot of the potatoes that were grown in the UK, which were white-skinned, in Africa were red-skinned.
Wow.
And that's why I encourage seed sharing, because what seed sharing basically does, it enables a community to start growing food that they otherwise wouldn't be exposed to. That is so bountiful in a country like the UK.
Yeah.
And then they take that and then they grow it in their community, they grow it in their village. And what they find is not only is it prolific, but year after year after year, it's changing, it's adapting to the climate. And there's new varieties that are being grown, that they're growing themselves, and they can keep it, store it, and pass it on generation to generation.
Wow. I'm blown away, actually. You're doing such good work, and things that I hadn't even thought about, like the soil changing the colour. And you just wouldn't assume that those kind of crops would grow so readily in other places where the climate is so utterly different. But I think that what you're doing is brilliant, in as much as you are just turning what is conventional horticultural knowledge just completely on its head. And more people need to be doing that and just experimenting and ignoring the textbooks and ignoring all the so-called rules and just cracking on and growing it, because that's really the bottom line, isn't it? We've just got to try it and grow it and do it ourselves. Absolutely.
I mean, you got to remember, and I was happy when I was told this, and I was told this by a tutor of mine, at Capel Manor. And the tutor did make a good point. He said to me, corn didn't come from the UK. Where corn originally came from, it wasn't just yellow. So everything that we're growing in the UK and everything that we're buying seeds for and everything that we're thinking is strictly uniform, strict rules, and we have to buy by that particular colour, shape, flavour, even name. Originally, it wasn't grown that way. It was grown with nature, not against nature. And colour, variety, creativity, that was at the forefront.
Yeah.
It was only when it was taken from those countries and brought back to the UK and other countries like the UK, and it was then marketed, and then it was turned into a cash cow. And that's when it loses its soul. Because at the end of the day, growing food, like cooking food, like eating food, it's about the soul.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
Well, like variety is the spice of life, to quote the old cliche. And if everything's the same, there's no fun in that, is there? So
Exactly.
Well, thank you for talking to me. I think you're doing amazing work. And as I say, I'm absolutely blown away by it, really. I would urge everyone to go and check out what you're doing, because if nothing else, the pictures of your veg are just like you say, works of art. They really, really are lovely.
Thank you.
I love the attitude of adapting your cooking to suit the vegetable you've got, rather than expecting the same predictable results every time you cook. I'd like to say a huge thank you to Esiah for being interviewed, and also congratulations, as this episode is released in the month that sees the 2-year anniversary of the SeedsShare project, and long may it continue. Go to the Roots and All website and check out the show notes for full details of how to find Esiah online and to find out how you can participate and support the project. So thanks for listening, and I'll catch you all next Tuesday. You can download or listen to the podcast direct from the website www.rootsandall.co.uk, where you'll also find my blog and a sign-up form for the newsletter, which gives you a weekly roundup of content, plus the inside scoop on things like upcoming guests. Or you can subscribe wherever you normally get your podcasts. Email me with comments and feedback at podcast@rootsandall.co.uk. Follow me on Twitter, Roots and All, Facebook, Roots and All UK, and Instagram, Roots and All Pod. But please also check out my Patreon, where you can make a one-off donation or take out a monthly subscription to help support my work, because if you like what I do, please help me to continue doing it. Even if you make a one-off donation of £1, trust me, it all helps and I will be immensely grateful. So please go to Patreon and search for Roots and All.